Kansas City Chiefs. Let's talk about those Kansas City Chiefs and resting all of their players. The Kansas City Chiefs, guys, will be resting most of their key players on Sunday, including Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco, just to name a few. They will now have 25 days of rest before they play their first playoff game of the 2024 NFL season. When you see the Kansas City Chiefs guys resting all of their players for 25 days now, is this a mistake? 25 days, Buck. What are you talking about? The Kansas City Chiefs guys' last game was Christmas Day, December 25th, 2024. That was the last time they played an NFL football game. That was 11 days ago. 11 days ago when they played the Denver Broncos on January 5th. Yes, they did play 3 games in 11 days prior to that, but they've had 11 days off since their next game. Then, if and when the players do not play on January 5th versus the Denver Broncos, they will have another 14 days off before their first playoff game, giving them a total of 25 days off. Now, I understand both sides of the argument. I understand that they have been there and they've done that. And there's a lot of wear and tear, a lot of a lot of use on those tires for the Kansas City Chiefs for the last 7 seasons. But rust is a real thing. The surface rust is a real thing. When you look at the Kansas City Chiefs offense, guys, they have been decent most of the season. They are ranked 13th overall, but I truly feel they have not played a complete full game. They have not played a full, complete, dominant game yet this season. The last game versus the Pittsburgh Steelers was pretty close, but the defense still gave us some big plays. The defense actually, as of late, have been playing pretty bad. Now, I don't know if that was the 3 games in 11 days, vanilla defense type of aspect. We will see in 17 more days when they play again. But guys, is the Kansas City Chiefs making a mistake by sitting their players versus the Denver Broncos? See what you guys are saying. Alpha Rob says no rest is good. They banged up and played a lot of games. They are very, very banged up. But they've also had 11 days off since their last game. Then you have 14 more days since your next game. That's a whole month off. And the market's the whole argument, rest versus rust. Rest versus rust. And you are 100% correct, Mark. Would you rather be well rested or have a little bit of surface rust? What do you want? I mean, obviously the Kansas City Chiefs have been there, done that, and Andy Reid we trust, right? The last 7 years have been amazing for the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's just be honest. I trust Andy Reid's concept, but I'm at the same time I'm thinking it in the back of my head. 25 days is like a lot. But they do have bigger goals, just winning a division and first seed and whatever, right? Laura says, why resting? If they are that good, they should not ever take a rest. There's no rest for the wicked. Laura, the NFL season is a grind. Think about this, Laura. 20 NFL weeks have passed, right? Counting preseason, bye weeks, NFL games, 20 NFL weeks. Not counting off-season workouts and mini camps and OTAs and mandatory camps and like all that stuff, right? They've been at it since about July. That's 6-7 months of football, day after day, week after week, not a day off. Yes, they had a day off, but no like 6 sick days. Laura, when was the last time you worked 7 months in a row without calling a sick day or leaving early or coming in late? I know it's been about 3 months for like me. I called in sick Halloween day just because I wanted to. Right? I'm just saying. Alpha Rob says it should help Mahomes and Jones's ankles. Correct. But Alpha Rob, sprained ankles usually take about 6 to 8 weeks to heal. Actually, a coach told me one time I had a sprained ankle so bad that he said I would have been better off to break my ankle because it would have took less time to like heal. So, and Derek says no bonus for D Hopkins. That's cold. D Hop might play. D Hop might play. John says they'll probably still win with the second stringers. Not wrong. Not wrong. Not wrong. And John says it is what it is. The Chiefs do what is best the week or two before the playoffs. Mahomes hype injury before the playoffs. JM says, stop it. This isn't the 90s NFL. 70% of practices are walkthroughs and film study. They're not doing 2-a-days. And you are correct. They're not doing 2-a-days. And that is why a lot of these players are getting injured. If you want me to be honest about it, this is why a lot of these players, that's why we're seeing a lot more injuries, is because we don't have full contact practices, because we don't have 100% practices. Hell, on my high school team, if it gets below or if it gets above 93 degrees outside, we can't go on the turf fields because it's too hot. That is why we get cramps. That's why we get hurt all the time. Like you are right, JM. This is not the 90s football, and that's why we get hurt. I'm just saying. Laura says, I can't be put in on that topic of conversation. Being a diabetic, you never know what the next day brings. Excuses. Next man up. I'm just playing. Josh Olsen's in the chat. What's up, Josh? He says, this gives them a better chance to get to the Super Bowl. And you are correct, Josh. It does. But also, if everything holds face, you're playing a Houston, Texas team that was left for dead. Then they would have beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in the first round. Now they're going to be a little bit of momentum, a little bit of Gojo juice in them, right? The Houston Texans might jump out on you early because you're a little bit of rusty. You're a little bit of, let's ease into this game a little bit, right? I'm just saying. It is a double-edged sword. Rest versus rust, as Mark says. Correct. But speaking of that,